there was a photo shoot from a movie that came out in 2009, Angels and Demons, with Tom Hanks. It was shot there at the facility of CERN, there in Switzerland. And what I want to establish here is, most of you probably know this, but for those who are going to see my work for the first time, I want to establish a couple of quick things before we move on into this video. First, we're going to address CERN and what the Director of Research and Scientific Computing there, Sergio Bertolucci, says in his own words. And it's very important what he says. The Large Hadron Collider could open a doorway to an extra dimension, and out of this door might come something, or we might send something through. So there you have it in his own words. It is no accident that Angels and Demons was done at a photo shoot here at this facility, because that's what's going on. Is they are trying to communicate with angels and demons, things that Solomon knew, things that have been in the past that were destroyed, and that they are trying to build back this technology and bring it back that was destroyed in the days of Noah of old. The other company I'm going to talk about now, and I'm going to play the quote, is D-Wave, and what it's about, and in their own words telling you again what they're trying to do. I'll play the clip now from one of the founders.
So you may have heard this word, quantum computing. It's often, people have the misconception that it's some kind of newfangled supercomputer. It's decidedly not that. Quantum computers allow us to access hidden features of nature, new dimensions, and if we can access these sort of hidden dimensions at scale, we could have unimaginable computing power.
So there you have it. Two companies that are backed with billions and billions of dollars, D-Wave and CERN, both attempting to delve into dimensions, the hidden realms around us, things that are put in place for a reason, for safety, our safety, humanity's safety. Next, I'm going to play a clip that is a behind-the-scenes clip of Angels and Demons from the director himself, Ron Howard. And listen very carefully to what he says. And then I'm going to connect a dot to show you what they're attempting to do is nothing new. It's been tried many, many times. And I will connect the dots for you on that. Enjoy this clip. I'll be right back.
For centuries, science has been trying to understand on a literal basis so many aspects of our world, including the moment of creation.
Take your places, people. Atlas and CMS.
Currently at CERN, particle physicists are conducting experiments hoping to recreate the Big Bang. They're hoping to understand how our universe came into being.
So you heard it from his own mouth, Ron Howard, the director. What CERN is attempting to do is to learn the universal language of creation. They're trying to back engineer how we were created and try to understand that. Instead of turning to a creator or a God, they believe in the Big Bang. So what I'm going to show you now is a video put out by CERN. And everybody's seen this that has followed the conspiracy behind CERN. We are happy at CERN. But I want to show you something that nobody has touched on, that I know of. And even myself. During this video, they were putting out, they were dancing, it's been decoded, all of that. But also, in the middle of this video, there's a gentleman who is holding a sign, and I'm showing it here, Bond 1 and Mandela. Now, whether you believe in the Mandela effect or if you even know what that is, there's plenty of things out there on the internet about Mandela effect. But what I want to state to you here is, even myself, the Bond 1, I was looking for the James Bond connection. The first one, the movie James Bond. The first one is Casino Royale with Barry Nelson, thus the last name Nelson Mandela. But it goes deeper than that. To throw you off here, here's the connection. Bond 1, the first Bond, and what the James Bond movies are based on is none other than John Dee. That's right, the advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. He was a mathematician, astronomer, astrologer, occult philosopher. He dove into alchemy, divination, Hermetic philosophy. Also very interesting, this is why I'm saying this is the connection. In his last 30 years of his life, he was attempting to commune with the angels in order to learn universal language of creation and bring about the pre-apocalyptic unity of mankind. In other words, just like the study of Shiva, when you dive into the deity of Shiva, where the serpent is eating itself, snake eating itself, the same thing is going on. Bring about destruction of mankind and start over. Bring about another Big Bang destruction and start over. It's all the same thing, just told different ways, is what they believe in. This is what's going on at CERN and D-Wave. For those who have seen Lucifer Through the Looking Glass, my project, Alice is a code word for Lucifer. Notice that one of the detectors is called Alice of CERN. So it's no accident. So you start connecting more and more dots of what is really going on. John Dee was the first James Bond. one of the reasons he came up with the idea of 007 is, of course, you've heard the story of John Dee signing the letters, the important information to Queen Elizabeth I, 007. And for centuries, I guess people have assumed that that's the 00 and a 7. But back in the day, nobility and royalty, especially Queen Elizabeth I, they used to wear lorgnettes. And those are eyeglasses with a handle, which is 00 and then the handle meaning 7. And what that was stating was when John Dee would sign that on the paperwork that was sent in the communications, it was for her eyes only, for the Queen, for her eyes only. And even James Bond movie, there's a James Bond movie for your eyes only. So that's what it was. It wasn't necessarily a 7. It was 00 and then the lorgnette emblem. So that's what that means. And there's other things that are associated with that play into that. From Facebook, you've got, it looks like 2 balls and a cane, 2-ball cane, which comes from that. The Facebook, which we all know, they're spying on us. They use Facebook. We freely give information to Facebook when we open it up. That's why they call it a profile. It's a profile on you, and you share what you eat, everything. There's no telling what people share on Facebook. I just share information. I don't share my personal information on there. But anyway, Facebook used as spying, which also James Bond, spying, the connection. James Bond is a spy for the Queen of Great Britain. It's all connected, all symbolism mixed with reality that is going on now in the 2017. So you see the connections there also in Freemasonry. The first reference to Tubal Cain in Freemasonry is found in the Legend of the Craft, where he's called the founder of Smithcraft. Tubal Cain was a master of forging weapons, in which 33rd degree Freemasonry and Master Rosicrucian. Manly P. Hall, this is what he says. This is about him and his weapons. The Mason must follow in the footsteps of his forefather Tubal Cain, who, with the mighty strength of the war god, hammer his sword into a plowshare. Tubal Cain is the password given in the 3rd degree of Blue Lodge of Master Mason.